Archie, the SMU Weekly Internal. Welcome to SMU.
Hi, my name is Bryan Buraga. I'm the president of the Student Society of McGill University. I wanted to work for SMU because it was one of the ways that I felt like I could make a difference on campus. And throughout last year as legislative counselor and as a director on our board of directors, I just got more and more interested, had more and more ideas of how I wanted the SSMU to run, and now I'm here.
My name is Madeline and I'm the Vice President University Affairs. I have, for the past few years, been really involved in academic affairs at McGill, and honestly, like, McGill's up, so I want to do my part to help change that. And I think that being on SMU was one of the most effective ways to do so.
My name's Gwiazda-Amsel, and I'm the Vice President of External Affairs for the Student Society of McGill University. As an individual, I felt like a disconnect between Montreal students and McGill, and also a sort of lack of understanding from McGill students towards the larger Montreal or Quebec context, so I wanted to work towards fixing that this year.
I'm Sam, SMU VP Finance for 2019-2020. I applied mostly because I didn't feel like I was very involved on campus. I didn't feel like I did very much. Through that process and through that, what was a part-time job last year, I was kind of a fly on the wall in a lot of meetings. I saw a lot of things that needed changing that perhaps people working either on council or as executives at the time didn't quite realize. I kind of saw a lot of ways that we can better support student groups, both clubs and services.
My name is Kawasaki. I'm the Vice President of Student Life. I've been with SMU for quite a long time. I think it's been 3 years as a casual staff member. And during that time, I saw that there was a lot of friction between like club administrative like forums and such. The club portal was something that a lot of people have been talking about for the last couple of years, and it never happened. So I thought it would be a great occasion for me to bring that forward.
I actually used to be the executive finance assistant last year. It was really cool sort of seeing people that can affect change in like very minute but also huge ways on campus. Just seeing Sophia, especially at VP Student Life, made me realize that not everyone who works in SMU is like, you know, a poli-sci bro. And I was like, hey, this could be pretty cool, and it sounds like something I might want to do.
3 of my main goals include governance reform, advocacy for student issues, and just better communication with the student body. There are student issues as well. There's a lot of mobilization happening right now against divestment and for climate justice, so that's something I'm working with the rest of the executive team on, as well as better communicating with the student body. I think there's always been this sort of disconnect between what we know we're doing, what the student body thinks we're doing. And I think it's really important to make sure that they know their student rights, but also the ways in which we advocate for them, and not just at a university level, but also at a provincial and national level as well.
Making sure that like students who are coming into McGill know about the different political priorities that students and like represented by Legislative Council or in the GA have identified, and seeing that everyone does really support the stuff that the students have worked very hard to establish. Another one is like linking the Montreal and McGill communities and sort of establishing our community outreach, exploring avenues towards working more collectively with other student unions in the province.
My first biggest goal is to keep the mental or the wellness hub accountable, making sure that they're delivering what they're promising, that funding is going where they say that it's going, and that service and like care is adequate to the demands as well as like the quality. The second priority is the club portal. That will help us with keeping track of members, keeping track of like all the administrative back end as well as insurance and funding. It'll make kind of club governance a lot more easier.
The number of clubs sanctioned right now is no longer anywhere near 100. It's under 20, with a lot of those sanctions also set to expire this fall.
Ideally, a student association exists as a space that elevates the voices of those that wouldn't otherwise be heard. And that's in conjunction with the fact that like it serves a very important administrative role for the student body. I think that there's a lot of support that SMU can give to students, to student groups, to causes, to projects in the form of like funding, room bookings, things like that. So like the case for SMU is that like it needs to exist because there are some people who need it to exist for them.
We're essentially the umbrella organization that helps make sure that they have the financial resources as well as other resources available to them in order to be able to do what they do best, which is enjoy the hobbies and meet people that have the same interests as them.
SMU is 6 executives, SMU is a whole office of permanent staff, SMU is like a ridiculous number of casual staff that just help us make our lives easier and do incredible work, like a mini planting garden right there. You know, SMU is more than just the one person that's in your email every week.
Get involved. This campus, again, is something that is really created by students, that people will look at an institution that isn't really working for them and they'll help to make it better. So whether that looks like just joining a club and sort of apolitically like finding a little cozy space in McGill, or if it's really about shaking up the system, please contribute either to the McGill Society or to your, other surroundings. If it's your municipality at home or here provincially, federally, like we create the spaces that we end up living in. So please get involved at some